Hello, Canada. I'm Jesse Palmer. Welcome to Recipe to Riches,
where one Canadian home cook will win $250,000.
This is humongous.
Our judges, celebrity chef and cookbook author, Laura Calder.
It's completely unique. I've never had anything like it.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm so excited.
Marketing guru, Tony Chapman.
I don't think somebody's gonna buy fish in a bucket.
And product development expert, Dana McCauley.
I think we have some challenges turning this into a product.
It was really hard to hear.
Our judges go coast to coast, searching for the very best in 7 different food categories.
I hope it wins.
Each week, finalists compete in one category to prove their products are ready for market.
you're going for a serious
It's hot, it's hot.
Now it's time to get serious.
That was a disaster.
Then, with the help of Galen Weston, executive chairman of Loblaw, Canada's largest grocery chain,
This was an extremely difficult decision.
a winner is declared. Each weekly winner takes home $25,000
Oh, I can't bear it. It's too much.
and sees their recipe join the prestigious President's Choice line on store shelves across the country.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Then it's your turn, Canada.
I want you to all try the bacon stampeder.
On the final showdown, your vote will determine the winner of our $250,000 grand prize,
It actually smells like $250,000.
sending one Canadian home cook from recipe to riches.
The theme for this week's show is cakes. You all went coast to coast across the country looking for Canada's best homemade cakes. So let's see what you found. The call went out to Canada's home cooks.
I think I'm gonna die. Laura's here.
I haven't taken a breath all day because Laura's here.
Hundreds brought their beloved cakes,
I made, it's called gingerly promiscuous.
I brought you a mango sponge cake.
but only a select few received the coveted golden recipe card.
I could certainly market the concept. Is it good enough that she deserves a gold card?
I call it chocolate whoopie. It's a whoopie pie.
Help me out here. How am I gonna eat this?
You can pick it up like a hamburger.
Look away.
More like a
children.
classy. It's more like a classic.
I have a chocolate peanut butter cheesecake. I call it the peanut butter dream cake. It's delicious. It's one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had personally myself, and anyone I've ever fed it to said it's delicious.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, for sure.
Do you drink coffee?
I know.
Wow.
Nice.
It is a devil's food cake base with a French silk filling covered in an orange chocolate glaze and topped with whipped cream.
It's very nice and moist.
I like the word silk in there too. I think that's really unique. It's novel, sets you on a whole journey.
I think that you're totally up for consideration. Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations.
So much.
My friends, they call me the cake lady.
I'm gonna guess you've just come in from yodeling?
I have been trying to get this strawberry shortcake to be declared Canada's national dessert. Oh, Canada.
Other than this being the tallest cake I've ever seen, tell me about it. What is it?
Well, it's actually a banana sponge cake, and it's a white chocolate cream cheese frosting. I call it the banana chocolate wow cake.
Wow. It's nice to have a nice, soft, tender banana cake that's super banana-y, not heavy like a loaf.
I didn't expect to like the cream cheese frosting. I was like, really? But it works.
It's like the whole thing's working for me. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's nothing worse than faux authenticity. I don't want an Israeli cheesecake that doesn't have the Israeli cheese, damn it.
You said the words that make mass marketers shiver. Acquired taste.
Desserts is my passion. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah.
I made you a vanilla cheesecake and a sponge cake that's been soaked with brandy soaking syrup.
You didn't add anything to the vanilla cake. You know where to hold back and where to add. If this were my birthday cake, I'd be really happy.
I think you are an unbelievable brand. You are going to be a superstar, and we want to be part of making that happen.
Okay, you're up for consideration.
Over the course of thousands of auditions, our judges narrowed the field down to just 3. Tonight's 3 cake finalists are
Jackie Kesseluk and her peachy cake and cheesecake combo, Melissa Lamb and her banana chocolate cake, Crystal Peach and her orange chocolate cake.
How are y'all doing?
Great.
Good, good. Okay, well, guys, let's talk about all of these cakes now. Laura, we'll start with Jackie.
Peach bliss, wow, says it all. It was complex, but very, very fresh tasting.
Technically, every single layer was just so well executed that I just know that you're going to do something really impressive. And I'm quite excited to see how you transform it.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to Melissa now.
Well, the wow is that you think banana loaf with chocolate icing, and then you get, instead, something that's very light tasting, super luscious banana-y flavor in the cake. Had an interesting twist.
I thought that the product had been done before, so it'll be interesting to see if you can find that twist that convinces me that this is something new and deserving of this prize.
Finally, Dana, what do you remember about Crystal's cake?
There was a very sensuous element to eating your cake. You really wanted to savor it and slow down, and I thought that that'd be the kind of thing I could treat myself with.
Tony, you have to say it, the orange chocolate silk cake, it just sounds like that'd sell.
It's a great brand name and immediately communicates what almost was too hot for TV, the way they describe it. So, you know, it's going to be a really tough competition. I wish you all luck.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, well, enough about the cakes. It's time to get to know Jackie, Melissa, and Crystal.
I'm kind of a rocker chick. I love listening to rock and roll, going to concerts, but I also love baking and pastries. I don't think I blend into a crowd. I stand out, and I want my cakes and desserts to stand out as well. My cake, it's called Peach Bliss. I think I made it like 3 times in 1 week just to get it just perfect.
Happy birthday, Elmos. Oh, come on. You know you'll want some icing.
I am saving up to open up a pastry shop.
Have some cupcakes.
I would love to.
I think of a goal, and I just go for it. Nothing can stand in my way.
The Annapolis Valley is a beautiful place to live. It's an amazing place to raise children. So the piece is Redeemer of Israel, and here is the tricky spot that I want to go over with you. For me, the family is everything. That's one of the reasons that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do teach piano lessons part-time, and I have been directing the church choir for about 10 years. Baking fills my body, and music fills my soul. To crawl to green. When I was a little girl, my Grammy would bake with me, so I started from a very young age. If I won the money, I would build or buy a bigger house. I have 3 children now, and we are starting to burst at the seams. $250,000 in Nova Scotia can get you a pretty big house.
I'm a flight attendant, and it's a lot of fun. My passion for food and baking came from my dad. He could just whip up food from nothing, and I would always help him in the kitchen, prepare our meals, and that was our daddy-daughter time, so I really cherished that time. A few years ago, my dad had a stroke, and it was quite a severe stroke. It took a lot of adjustment for my family and I, so we wanted to do something to just kind of get him back on his feet. So we planned this surprise birthday party, and I really wanted to make a really special cake for him. One night, I just woke up at 3 a.m. and I was dreaming about a chocolate banana cake, and I thought, you know what? This is what I want to make. I've never seen my dad really break down, but he was teary-eyed, for sure.
This was the best cake I ever had.
I'd love to win this competition just to validate everything that I've learned my entire life. And I'd want to win it for my dad, too. Thanks, Dad. Love you.
Tonight, one of those 3 finalists will walk away with $25,000, and their homemade cake will become a President's Choice product this weekend. We'll be right back. The call went out to Canada's home cooks, and hundreds answered with their beloved cakes.
This is Canada's best recipe.
The judges narrowed the field down to just the top 3.
Our cake finalists are Crystal Peach and her orange chocolate cake, Melissa Lamb and her banana chocolate cake, Jackie Kesseluk and her peachy cake and cheesecake combo,
Okay, so we all know that you can make one amazing cake. The key word being one. But you can't stock a grocery store with only one cake. So it's time for your batch up challenge. Take your recipe and scale it up to 200 servings. And make sure that each cake is as good, if not better, than the cake that got you here. Lucky for you, you're gonna have some expert assistance along the way. Let's bring out your mentor chefs, Jason Rosso, Maggie McEwen, and David Burnett. These are the pros, and they're here to make sure that your recipes are as good as they can be. But don't forget, these are your recipes. And at the end of the day, you're the ones that are gonna be judged in the final results. Because after this challenge, one of your Recipe to Riches journeys will be over. Off you go. Here we go.
Crystal, Melissa, and Jackie have less than 6 hours to finish their massive batches.
The kitchen was massive. There were all my ingredients laid out there. I have never made something of that size before.
That is really good. So how many of these have you made at one time?
A double batch, 2 at once. And now we're gonna have to make a lot more. We have to work on the French silk first.
Why?
Because the French silk takes 4 to 5 hours to set.
Good. Let's get to it.
Okay.
This is gonna be a complicated recipe to bring up. We have a short amount of time to recreate this recipe by 20 times. We gotta get some scaling done. We gotta get some eggs broken.
Yep. Some math. I had to multiply my recipe by 20. I've never baked my recipe more than 1 at a time. Calculator. I'm not the best math person in the world. That's why I chose pastry. Is anyone good at math? Like, I'm really bad at math.
Okay, Maggie, you need to taste my cake. You have to try to see what...
Perfect. Looks amazing. I'm gonna recommend that you make cupcakes.
Okay.
So
I can do that.
Cupcakes are totally fashionable right now.
Yes. With Maggie, it was a real comfort to me that she was with me because I know that she's a professional and she's been in those kitchens before.
We'll have 1 cake on the bottom. We'll have the French silk. Then we'll put another cake layer. That is looking amazing! I love the consistency. I think it's perfect. We have the French silk filling in the fridge, so that's the crucial part that takes 4 hours to set. So that's done. Woo! Off my plate. That's awesome. So now we have to get the cake going.
This smells so heavy. Oh my gosh. I got the flour. I can do it. No. I can do it.
Great.
I can do it.
What's up? Yeah, you can't do that. Make sure you ask for help. Otherwise, you're gonna have a disaster and it could hurt somebody.
I thought I had it.
A little bit of a chihuahua. Like she's like Action Jackson.
Can we turn up the heat? It's not melting fast enough. We need that to melt faster, please. That one's not melting at all.
Hold on.
When I got off track, she came to me and just put me back on track. How much time do we have left?
Not enough.
That's it, come on. Work your arm. Bring bigger scoops.
Mixing the sponge by hand, like folding it, it's the only way you can do it. You have to fold in the flour so that the air doesn't come out and it loses its volume. Yeah, 350 is fine. What are these eggs for? I froze. I thought, oh my God. Everything's in the oven and baked. Watch out, hot.
These are like pancakes, like you can kill somebody with them, so.
Let's do some more sponge cake, I'm thinking.
Does anybody see a paddle attachment? I need a paddle attachment. I need a paddle attachment. Do you guys have the only paddle attachment?
We will be done with it after we mix this last third in.
We're almost done.
I needed to get my cupcakes in the oven, and that just wasn't getting done, and I was running out of time. Okay, we need that paddle attachment. We need the paddle attachment. So how long on the paddle attachment?
Thank
you.
Whoa, stop, stop! Oh, no, no, no. You're wasting way too much cake, and we don't have enough cake to do that. We can't waste. 3. We have a problem.
What's our problem?
We don't have enough French silk.
Sorry?
We don't have enough French silk.
The cake batter, I could do again. The whipping cream, I could do again. The French silk, not so much, because it takes at least 4 hours to set.
I have 2 ideas.
What are your ideas?
1, make them smaller.
Right?
2, we cut them in half. Is it mint flavored?
Mint it. Just give it a wash.
Okay, we need to put this on a flat surface. Come on, baby.
It's not gonna work. Let's pipe it.
Can you pipe it? Is it pipeable? It's pipeable.
Pipe it.
Pipe it.
We'll pipe it.
You have no power.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
What's going on? It won't turn on.
Hang on a second.
Do you think maybe one of the other competitors might let us use their mixer?
That's a good question. We're gonna need to ask them.
I could be done before you're even ready to use it.
No, but I'm using it right now.
Oh, okay.
I've got stuff in it.
Okay.
Right now.
Because I have another bowl that I can kind of...
I'd rather not.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll start softening it by hand. We have to soften the cream cheese by hand, which is ridiculous.
That's all measured out? Beautiful. I'm not sure that she realized the magnitude of how big this problem is. Like, this is a huge problem. We're gonna be here forever. There's 10 pounds of cream cheese in there that's gonna be incredible to whip up. So this is a disaster. Like, it's gonna be an absolute disaster.
The clock is ticking. And after this batch-up challenge, someone will be going home.
It won't turn on.
Hang on a second. Hold on.
When the stand-up mixer wasn't working, we thought, okay, we have to soften the cream cheese by hand, which is ridiculous. It's like so many pounds of cream cheese. You can't do it with your own hands. You know what? Let's use this bowl. This bowl looks that looks big. Would this fit in there? Yes. Oh, thank God. What a relief.
Let's get this into a pipe, like a big old piping bag. That should be enough. That's all we need. We just need a nice little layer.
The caramel drizzle is something we had left over, and we're also going to use it as a garnish piece on top.
Gotta check the cupcakes. These are ready. Awesome.
Whoa, stop. That looks terrible. Use a whole one, not a broken one. Voila.
I totally did it.
Great.
I mean, I had help, but I did it.
Welcome back, competitors and product development mentors. It's now time for you to present your batches to the judges.
The cake seems drier to me than last time. What I remember about it is that it was absolutely luscious through. This seems more like a standard chocolate cake. Is there a...
We didn't change the recipe. I think part of it could have been the way it was baked. Normally, it would be baked in a little round, and we had to bake it in a big sheet and then cut it out. So I think that by cutting it, that dried it out.
What do you think about the ratio here of ganache to cake?
It seems too cakey to me now. I think what I liked about it when it was in its larger format was that it was, you know...
A lot of mousse.
It was more, yeah, more moussey and more silky.
I lost the thing I really liked, which was the word silk.
No, it's still called silk.
Yeah, but I mean,
I see.
it might be called silk, but it looks like an orange slice cupcake.
Okay, judges, it's now time to taste Jackie's Peach Bliss cake.
It's kept its nice, moist cake. I like the cheesecake texture, but it's Fruit was balancing out the caramel before, and now the caramel is really strong.
I don't get peach in this cake at all. If we were going to market this cake, it would have to be something like a caramel peach bliss.
I just think maybe caramelizing the peach has added caramel that maybe doesn't need to be there. The peach foils the caramel, so when they caramelize those, that's what makes it just too over the top for me.
I agree, especially when you don't have a ripe enough peach. You're not getting the
you just get
dilution of
sugar.
those yummy peach juices. It certainly still is a very appealing cake. The fact that we're missing the peach aside, it's still very delicious.
Thank you.
And finally, judges, it's time to taste Melissa's banana chocolate wow cake.
It's a nice, moist banana cake with a lot of cream cheese frosting. Where did the chocolate go?
It should be in there.
I think it kind of melted into the cake.
I think it did, too. Were you expecting it to be moussey inside?
Mousse,
Yeah,
yes.
mousse. No,
it's
we're
a
not
chocolate
getting it.
mousse.
Piping the mousse in is not looking like it's successful.
No, not with this texture of mousse. You're going to, if you want to have chocolate in the middle, to use something heavier.
But it does make the cake incredibly moist. The chocolate taste is still there, not the way you wanted it, maybe, but it is still a chocolate banana cake.
How would you market this? Is this a fresh product, frozen product?
I would say to market as a frozen product.
Yeah.
It's a cake that has something for everyone. It's got the combination of chocolate banana, which is a very popular combination, and then it's got the nice frosting with the cream cheese and the white chocolate on top, which makes it a wow cake.
Jackie, Melissa, Crystal, it's now time for you and your mentor chefs to leave so that the judges can make their decision. When you come back, one of your Recipe to Riches journeys will be over. Off you go.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Crystal's chocolate orange silk cake looks pretty good. I like the size, but I don't think the balance is right. I wanted it coated with the silk, and the silk's just gone.
You know, I think she really does tap into an excellent flavor profile. I think orange and chocolate is something that people look forward to. You know, those chocolate oranges that you get in your stocking at Christmas, and being able to have that every day is very, very appealing.
It was the moistest chocolate banana cake I've ever tasted. I mean, it's seriously luscious.
Putting that mousse in there, even if you can't find it as an insurance policy to keep it moist on the shelf, it's kind of a really cool idea.
I'm always looking at ways to trade the consumer up. Here they go, they do the math, can I make this at home? And here I would go and say, you know what, it's worth paying a few extra dollars. I can't make that at home.
I do think that peach has a place in the grocery store and that this can be done very well.
I think it's an occasions thing. I think this is your everyday cake.
Yeah, if you see this, you go, oh yeah, chocolate banana cupcake. I know what that is.
Right.
Bliss cake, you're like, and is that, you know, there's the, you know, what is bliss?
All right, well, guys, do you feel like you have enough information to make your decision?
Yeah.
I think so, for sure.
As of right now, all three of you are still in the running for tonight's prize of $25,000. Distribution as a President's Choice product available on grocery store shelves this weekend. And a shot at the grand prize of $250,000. However, one of you is about to be sent home. We'll find out who after the break. Our judges went coast to coast looking for Canada's best recipes. 3 cakes emerged as the best of the best, but that group of 3 is about to become 2. Dana?
Crystal, Melissa, Jackie, unfortunately, we have to send one of you home. Crystal, your orange chocolate silk cake has a lovely orange chocolate flavor, but we're not sure if there's enough silk to really make it live up to its name. I'm sorry, but your Recipe to Riches journey is over.
All right,
Thank you for coming, though.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Crystal, you made one of Canada's 3 best cakes. You should be very, very proud of that. Congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you. I think that it's something that my family can be proud of. That I totally went outside of my comfort level. We'll look back on this and say, you know, I'm pretty cool.
So now we're down to 2, Jackie and Melissa. And guys, we all know your cakes taste great, and we now know that they're suitable to be brought to market. So you're both gonna work with 2 of the best creative teams in the country to help bring your products to the marketplace with a splash. You're gonna have to think about product name, its presentation, but you're also gonna have to devise a public event that will prove your product is commercially viable. In other words, you have to prove that people want it. So make sure you come back with tangible results. Here are their addresses. You have just 24 hours starting now. So off you both go, and we'll see you later. Good luck.
Good luck. See ya. Oh my God.
When I first walked into the marketing meeting with my cupcakes, I didn't know what to expect. And there was a lot of people there, and then I was just thrown right in there.
Guess how many products are in a grocery store?
A lot.
50,000.
50,000.
The average Canadian grocery store is 50,000 products. Okay. So the big challenge with any grocery product is to get noticed.
Right.
So, name. What do you want to call this?
Caramel Peach Bliss.
It's not differentiating. There's no
Yeah.
sizzle to that. There's nothing that's getting anyone's attention.
Doesn't match you either.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this tattoo right now, which looks like you, and it's
Yeah.
like old pinup style.
Exactly.
It's really cool. It's rocking,
That's
and you
right.
don't expect that when you're seeing a cake.
I have never been in a marketing boardroom before. It was a completely different environment. I'm not used to it. It's not like the kitchen, so it was a little intimidating.
There's something very unique about you, and I think that we can create a brand out of that.
Instead of Bliss, we could do something like Rockin' Peach. I don't know. Something along those lines, you know what I mean?
Gets your attention, it's different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, good.
We came up with the marketing ideas to do a photo shoot, make a big poster with a photo of me holding my cake, and I think the way we marketed it brings through my personality as well as my product. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted.
What's the name of it again?
It's called a banana chocolate wow cake. Because I think people are gonna be interested in that. They're gonna go, why is this cake wow? Let me try this wow cake.
Who buys cake?
I think women buy cake, okay? I really learned about where my target market would be. Savvy, career-oriented women. And these women deserve it all. Treat myself.
These women, where are they at noon? What did
Where
you
are they
say?
at noon?
Write it
They're
down.
gonna be at the gym.
Yeah. Where do you go to the gym?
I actually go to Flirty Girl. They do group classes. You can do Pilates, you can do body workout.
Today's women, they can have their cake and eat it too. They can work out, and then they can treat themselves and indulge with cake. And so when I wanted to go to the gym, they thought that was a great idea. All right, so Candace is on that. Kathleen's taking care of that. I had so much that I needed to do, and everything was kind of thrown at me. I needed to get signage. I needed to get the permission to use the venue. I needed to get cutlery. I needed to get tables. I really didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I needed to do it in 24 hours. These are the 2 options for the logo.
These are your 2 options.
Well, you know what? I like the visual of the cupcake.
I'm thinking if we can get this to, a chef of one of the best restaurants in Toronto.
That'd be
who
great.
works at an exclusive private members club. If we can get this in front of that chef, and that chef says yes, now we're proving that it's good.
I feel a whole lot of pressure on my shoulders right now. We have only a few hours to get this done, and we have a lot of work to do. Do you mind if I bring the cake over now?
Bring the cake over now?
Yeah.
I'm about ready to rock into service. I don't have time for this now.
Chef Fran was a little intimidating. I don't think he really wanted to spend much time talking to me because to him, I'm just some random person off the street with a cake.
All right, let's see it.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
I thought by using a members-only club, the people that eat there, they're foodies. They know food. They like good food. So if it goes over well in a place such as that, it would be perfect anywhere.
Okay, Jackie, here's the deal. You can bring your cakes tomorrow. You're not allowed in the club.
Okay.
I'll get your feedback from the members.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. I'm really appreciative and honored that he's allowing me to do this tomorrow, so I'm gonna make the best of it.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And 30 minutes, that's it.
Okay, got
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Okay, go home, get some rest.
What the hell is it? When I first got to Flirty Girl, I was shocked. Oh my God, you're kidding. It's in the back. It was in the back of a building through a parking lot. The street was dead, and it looked kind of industrial. Is this it? Morning. Did you notice the location? Yeah, no, I'm not so okay. The location, like all the signage that we did, it's not gonna work. Everything that I thought was going to happen so far isn't happening. So I gotta figure something out.
Two delicious cakes, but only one can win. Jackie wants to draw an exclusive crowd to her decadent cake. Meanwhile, Melissa figures today's woman can have her cake and eat it too.
When I got to Flirty Girl, I was really disappointed about the location of the venue. Like, we're way at the back. I thought we were gonna be on the street in the front on a busy street, but I had to work with what I had.
We have a megaphone.
Okay, great.
So basically what we were thinking is we're going to run up and down the streets, call people in.
So what I got my marketing helpers, Kathleen and Candace, to do was take the flyers that we made and start canvassing people.
Hi, how are you doing today? Wonderful cupcakes that taste really good at the fitness center.
This is my cake. It's called Rock and Peach. When you give these out, I want to make sure that each person fills out a survey, and we have to get that back so that we can figure out how people like it. It's extremely frustrating not being able to control who's eating my food. I wish I could have been up there talking to them, passing the cake out myself, and asking them how they liked it.
Oh, this looks wonderful. You know what? Pretty tasty. It was lighter than most cheesecakes, and I like the fact that the crust wasn't too thick.
I have a couple surveys here from the cake maker, Jackie. Just let us know your honest opinion. Attention, all ladies! Free cupcakes!
Kathleen and Candace did an amazing job. I know that they went through a lot.
Would you like a cupcake, lady? You want one?
I needed people to try the cupcake, fill out a survey, and give me those tangible results.
Now you're gonna get that heart rate up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Still lots of cupcakes. Come fill out a survey for me. It's really important for me to get your feedback. You like it? Oh my God,
Really
that's
good.
awesome.
That's really good.
You like that?
That is awesome, yeah.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Yeah? You like it?
I love the icing.
Oh, awesome. When they came in and said it was delicious and that they would buy it, I was really excited. I can't wait to show the surveys to the judges. Yay!
I have all the surveys here. You can take a look. I think in total, a lot of people liked it, so.
Great. A lot of them were positive and said that my cake was delicious. This one it's delicious. They would buy it, and they would recommend it to a friend.
I mean, great job. Great
Thank
job.
you very much.
Pleasure having
Thank
you as
you.
well.
Thank
So good luck to you, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I really want to win. This money could really help me out as far as my dream of opening a pastry shop goes, and my whole heart is in this, so I really hope I win.
Jackie, Melissa, welcome back. Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope so. Because one of you tonight is going to win the prize of $25,000 and see your cake become a President's Choice product this weekend. But not only that, because whoever wins here tonight instantly becomes one of 7 finalists competing for the grand prize of $250,000. This is a huge decision. So to help us, we're joined by our 4th judge.
The man in charge of Canada's largest food retailer and the home of Canada's best-selling food brand, President's Choice.
Loblaw's executive chairman, Galen Weston.
Jesse?
Mr. Wesson, how are you?
Very well, thanks. Dana, Tony?
Welcome.
Jackie.
Hello.
Melissa.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You've got some fabulous products. In fact, I've tasted them both. They are superb. The real question is which one of your products is going to be best suited to the supermarket shelves? Yesterday, you were teamed up with some marketing experts. So, Jackie, why don't we start with you? You tell me about your marketing program.
Okay, well, when I went to talk to my marketing group, I mentioned that I could become a brand and I should think about marketing myself. So this is one of our ideas. We went to the Spoke Club. It's a members-only club, very high-end. They don't let anyone off the street up here, okay? If it can make it here, it can make it anywhere.
Fantastic. Well, that's pretty exciting. Certainly would catch the attention of somebody walking through a supermarket without that.
What did you do with your name? Did you do anything with it, or?
Yes, we changed it a bit. We wanted to bring through my personality, so we changed it to Rockin' Peach Cake.
Oh.
It's such an elegant cake, and you went to such an elegant and sophisticated venue, and then the rock and roll venues are kind of a little bit grungy and dirty, and so to me there's a little bit, I have to think a little bit on this one.
Okay.
Did you get the chef's approval in the restaurant?
At first, when I called him, he's like, I don't know who you are. You're just some girl coming off the street. And then today we talked. He gave me a handshake and said he would love to sell this cake in his restaurant.
Great.
Wow.
When you asked the question, how many people would buy the product when they tasted it, what was the percentage?
I would definitely say it was in the high 90%. As I was leaving, I was able to walk through, and people were stopping me on the way out saying, it was delicious, that was amazing. They absolutely loved it.
Melissa, tell me, what did you do?
I wanted to target the sexy, savvy, career-oriented woman, the woman that is really, really busy, and they want it all. They want to have their cake and eat it too. So I wanted flirty girl, fitness center, and I had these made up for my banana chocolate wow cake, and I think it went really well. My tangible results came back as 98% people will buy my product. They're gonna buy my cake.
I'm slightly confused by the look. You're going for a career woman and a gym, and I'm seeing Barbie dolls.
When you go work out, it's fun, flirty, and sexy. We were at Flirty Girl.
Yeah, I always wear a tiara when I work out.
I actually did today.
Your product really isn't about candy canes or pink icing. So I was just curious why you chose those colors. Was it just to get attention, or?
The pink is actually to get attention, and it's also sexy. It's hot. You think pink, right? Pink is girly.
Part of it is the product has to sell itself through the packaging and on shelf. So we have to think about, will this product sell when you're not part of the shelf?
I think the product does speak for itself, especially when people have tasted it. My marketing girls went out, and they said that the flyers caught a lot of attention. We had people coming in with the flyers going, what's going on with this? And they came in to try the cake. And when they canvassed other businesses, one business gave them their business card and wanted me to call them. So right then and there, they said, I want to buy this. I want to order this for my company.
Good. Well, I think I have enough information. We can have a deliberation with the judges, and we'll get back to you.
Either Jackie or Melissa is about to become tonight's winner. The judges will make their decision coming up after the break. Jackie, Melissa, the judges must now decide which of you is tonight's winner. That means $25,000, distribution as a President's Choice product, available on grocery store shelves this weekend, and a huge step forward in your Recipe to Riches journey towards a potential grand prize of $250,000. It's now time for our judges to deliberate. Please step outside. So, judges, what do you think?
I think with Melissa's cake, it was a delicious cake. I think we all agree on that. But I lost it in this marketing.
What about the new pink color that's all of a sudden surfaced?
Didn't work for me. I thought she looked like an ad for Barbie dolls. I wanted to put a little fairy's wand in her hand. I'm confused.
I was too. I thought it was a little bit too little girl's birthday party and not enough women who work out.
I really enjoyed the idea of health and wellness and then decadence. That's a big part of what we try and balance.
I loved Melissa's have your cake and eat it too, but for a low-fat cake or something.
Yeah.
It was on the wrong cake.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good tagline for a different product.
Yeah.
In terms of the event marketing, I think Melissa did a better job because she organized her team, she went out into the neighborhood, and she created a crowd that didn't exist.
Customers love cupcakes. Put a little twist on the flavor, which she did, and I can immediately see a good way of selling the product in the store.
The one issue I've got with the rocking peach cake is the fact is, are we going to turn that product enough? Can we position that as an everyday cake?
What I know is that we can sell cheesecake. We've sold a lot of it. We know how to get the consumer interested and excited. So, I find it very compelling.
I think it's very, very persuasive that the chef at the Spoke Club said, I would have this on my menu. She does have this very elegant, very high-end cake. I think my big problem is with the word rockin', which
I think sells it.
Well, I think it does,
it takes one of those elegant cakes and suddenly every teenager wants it. Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
My question to you, Galen, is tattoos play in Toronto and Montreal and Vancouver. Do tattoos play in the suburbs, and do tattoos play in rural Canada?
Well, you would be amazed the amount of mail I get from customers who feel that certain types of marketing may cross the line. Is it going to turn people off? It's hard for me to think that, but, I'm not the average customer, frankly.
So, judges, do you have enough information to make a decision?
I'm there.
Yeah.
I made mine.
Absolutely.
I think I've arrived.
Jackie, Melissa, welcome back. Judges?
Well, Melissa, I just thought your cake tasted fantastic, luscious, and I think if I bought a box of 12, everyone would get eaten because it appeals to everybody.
My point of view, event marketing requires extraordinary orchestration. And from the moment you took on the task to how you executed throughout, you were a conductor. You did a wonderful job.
For me, and I think the other judges as well, we were a little concerned that you did extremely well with the female demographic, but we have no idea, really, whether or not men are going to buy your cupcakes, and men grocery shop too.
Jackie, what is really close to my heart is taking food that's, a little on the elegant side and bringing it down to the everyday. And I think that your brand really does that.
You have the opportunity to become a platform, a brand, and when you're that way, that's something that's very exciting to a marketer.
Thank you.
Where I get a little bit concerned is, are you and your cake too urban and too high-end for everybody in Canada?
Melissa, Jackie, you've both done a fantastic job. This has been a very, very difficult decision for us. And unfortunately, as is always the case in a competition, there's going to be a winner, and someone is going to have to go home. So here we go. With the answer that you've both been waiting for. Jackie. You are the winner of this episode's Recipe to Riches.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Melissa, I'm sorry. Your Recipe to Riches journey is over.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. I put a lot of effort into this, and I worked really hard. Despite what the judges said, I'm still very proud of my recipe. The inspiration for my recipe was my dad, and I love him to death, and he loves the cake, and that's what matters.
Thank you so much. I am so shocked. I thought I was going to lose. I'm so excited right now. I just don't know what to do. I really need this money for my pastry shop. It would mean so much to me, and this is my life. This is why I'm here. This is my biggest passion.
Jackie has just won $25,000 and a spot in our Recipe to Riches finals. Her rocking peach cake will be available in stores all across Canada this weekend. And as one of our 7 finalists, she still has the opportunity to win our grand prize of $250,000. And that's where you come in, Canada. Once we've chosen our 7 recipe winners, you'll get to vote for the best of the best. And in the end, sending one Canadian home cook from Recipe to Riches. Will it be Jackie? We'll have to wait and see. Good night.